Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Calmsden Farm with me, CWATTYESO here in Farming Simulator 22. It is the start of February. I've skipped kind of through December and January, and I'm currently getting ready for obviously March, when we can start doing some seeding and we can start doing a couple of other tasks. I am, however, in the process of making a lot of total mixed ration because my cows have been eating me out of house and home all over the winter, and I've actually not got a lot of TMR left in storage, so I'm kind of sat here just basically building a ton of TMR. I'm going to do some more mineral feed, about 2,000 litres, typically is good. A load of straw, it's even better. Some hay, nice bit of hay going. And then lastly, the silage. I've got a ton of silage, so I'm actually starting to use silage more in my my mixing rather than using the hay as the bulk. I've also mowed field over there, and I'm going to pick that up as grass in a minute. One of the things I have been doing is I have been selling stuff, obviously December and January, and I've now actually got my bakery set to auto selling, so I haven't got to keep going and emptying the bread and cakes manually. I wish I could do that with the honey, but I can't. I got my second dairy in, but we ran out of milk. And obviously, BGA is still happily producing loads of stuff for me. Animal-wise, everything's going well with the animals. We are going to need to get some hay bales at some point for the sheep. As far as what I've sold over the winter, I've literally sold everything. We've got a little bit of wheat left, a little bit of barley, a couple of 1,000 litres of corn, and that's pretty much it. Silage, very weird on the silage, I have to say, that the prices on the silage screen never got anywhere near the highs on the left hand side there. The highest it got was January, and I was kind of holding off selling the silage because I was always getting shown that the best price was going to be the next month, the next month, the next month. And as it turns out, this screen just completely lies, ladies and gents. It completely lies. Because the price, it never got anywhere near 280. And I'll be interesting to see in March if March is the best time to sell the silage. I mean, I've been obviously selling a lot of silage, but for what little bit of money that I've made, certainly doesn't tally up with what I was seeing on that screen. So, despite patch 1.6 patch notes saying they have fixed the selling screen information and stuff, I'm going to be brutally honest and say it's not really helping me much, because it's this screen particularly, the seasonal fluctuation screen, is just misleading me and lying to me at every opportunity. I can't trust any of that information, so it's a case of I just sell stuff when I feel like selling stuff now, because I just don't believe that that screen. But yeah, we're getting the old TMR mixed. Might as well make a load. But yeah, not really a lot to report December and January. I have cultivated my oilseed radish. I don't know if I was supposed to do that on this field. I did plough it on other fields, And I've got a funny feeling I was meant to plough it on that field, because I'm pretty sure field 6 needs ploughing. Because we had corn on it, didn't we? Yeah. I was meant to probably plough that field. Because it had corn on it. But we'll see. We'll see what difference it makes, ladies and gents. Because, again, I've been looking at my environmental score situation. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with everybody. It's confusing me a little bit that I can't seem to... On the environmental scores, if we go back and look at fields... Okay. 85 is the absolute highest I seem to get on any field. I don't seem to be able to get above 85 on any field. And I'm kind of wondering why that is. Why I can't get above 85. Now, my actual total environmental score has increased slightly since the last recording because I've sold field 11. Field 11 down here was the weird one that was giving me the 40 like environmental score of 40, which was bringing down my average, if you like. I actually thought it may have been I thought it was probably this area. I thought the 40 was probably the area of land all round here that we own, which has our secret meadows on, but also has all the buildings and stuff, has all the shops, has all the store and stuff, has all the BGA and everything on it, which brings down the environmental score. So what I did an experiment off camera. I sold this land. I sold that land, got rid of it, and all that happened was I lost the environmental score of 70. So I got 70. I've got 70 for that field, for that area. And it was this little field 11 that was bringing my score down. That was the one that was giving me 40. So, yeah, got rid of that, sold that field, and that's boosted my total environmental score back up. But the problem is I'm hitting, like I say, 85. I can't get above 85. And I wonder if it's because of weeds. Because I've got weeds turned off and I'm not doing any kind of weed control. I wonder if that's absolutely hurting me. And I can't actually get above 85 because I'm not managing weeds. I'm wondering if that's the thing, and I need to, maybe I need to put weeds on. Weed all the fields once to get the weed control score, and then turn the weeds back off again. And whether that would allow me to hit the magic 100 figure on these fields. Because it's weird that, like I say, on my multiplayer server on Elm Creek, we was able to hit 100 on fields, and on that server we actually had, you know, we had weeds turned on, and we was having to do the whole weed spraying, weed controlling aspect. And then on our current multiplayer server where we're playing on this very map, same map, we're getting decent scores, I believe. I've messed up, ladies and gents. I've messed up, ladies and gents. I've made some forage. Don't think I can sell forage anywhere. What are we going to get? If I dump this, what am I going to get? Put too much mineral feed in, didn't I? I've messed up again. Yeah, that was a bad mistake. Too much mineral feed. Messed up my ratio. My mixing, so that was a waste. That's failed. So let's try that again. Keep it under 2,000 for mineral feed. Straw we can let go a bit. Hay. Then lastly, silage. It's total mixed ration again, ladies and gents. Although it was very tight there on straw, I maybe put too much straw into that little mixture. But anyway, that should get us nicely back up to... It probably doesn't show me on here, TMR, does it? It's not shown on the price screen. I don't know how much I have in total unless I get out. 519,000 litres. That should be enough, ladies and gents. Keep the cows going for a little bit longer. And what helps if you actually reverse this into the space. One TMR mixer back in place. Right, let's go grab the loading wagon. Start trying to pick up. Press the wrong button. Start trying to pick up everything that we've got on this field. Oh boy. Anyway, ladies and gents, how are you all? How are you all doing? I'm recording. I'm messing up here because I'm not actually picking up any stuff. because I keep resetting my loading wagon. So I've wasted a load of stuff there. But yeah, how are you all doing? Because I didn't have a good week last week, ladies and gents. Really had a very off week. Didn't feel myself at all in the slightest. Really struggled for energy, motivation. Just couldn't get myself moving at all last week, which made it very difficult for doing video recording and stuff, because every time I tried to play the game I just could not get into it, could not concentrate on what I was doing, and wasn't really enjoying the thought of sitting down and playing the game. I don't know whether that was because of patch 1.6 and the fact that I did that video on Monday when patch 1.6 came out. Monday was the last time I recorded last week. I recorded that video, the patch 1.6 video, and why don't giants fix bugs, and that was it. After I did that, I just could not get myself to do anything after that. And it wasn't just limited to farm sim. I thought maybe at the start, the first couple of days, Tuesday, Wednesday, I thought, oh, maybe I'm just fed up of farm sim. I've just maybe had as much as I can stands and I can't stands no more kind of thing, because of obviously patch 1.6 and the fact that giants haven't fixed anything. But when I tried to sit down and play some other games, I thought, okay, I'll just take a break from farm sim. I won't play farm sim this week. I'll have a week off. I'll play some other things instead on my library and just have some fun. I couldn't get into anything else either. You know, I'd fire up a game and I would literally be sat there just struggling to do anything. And I'd be struggling to, like, keep my eyes open. I just wanted to sleep a lot last week. Just wanted to sleep a lot. I didn't do any streaming. I tried streaming one evening and that failed miserably, because again I was just that uninterested and exhausted that I played on this map. I think I mowed the same field that I'm on now. I mowed that and that was it. That's all I did in about an hour, maybe just a little bit less than an hour, and I was just like, no, done. This isn't working for me. I'm not enjoying it, and therefore the stream's not enjoying it because I'm not enjoying it. So yeah, I ended up taking pretty much the whole of last week off then as a result. Didn't get into any kind of content creation. I think I recorded one Riverview video. I tried on Friday to record a video on Friday and I was like, no. It didn't work. You probably see the video. The video will come out on the channel and you will probably be able to tell which video I'm talking about, because I'm just sat there. I think I'm sat in the video and I'm really not saying a lot. I'm not really talking. I'm not really sort of engaging and interacting with you, the viewers, and trying to promote conversation and stuff like that. And I think it's just a very, very horrible video. Very boring video as a result, because I'm just kind of sat here phoning it in because I didn't really want to be doing it. I didn't really want to be there kind of thing. So yeah, I ended up taking the weekend off, which didn't work out too bad because obviously it was the British Grand Prix in Formula 1. And obviously the new Formula 1 game came out as well last week, so I've tried to play a bit of that as well, to give myself a bit of a break from farm sim, and obviously hopefully find a little bit of enthusiasm, get a bit of enthusiasm injected into me by playing a different game. But that game's come out and it's got loads of bugs in it too. Bugs with controllers and steering wheels and that don't, where your wheels and pedals don't work properly in the game. I mean, we're talking real serious problems where some people can't even get their wheels and pedals to be detected by the game. I mean, that's quite a bad bug from Codemasters. You think they would have tested that fairly quickly and early on in their development. But of course, now that they're owned and being published by EA, of FIFA, Madden, that kind of stuff fame, the first thing that everyone's noticed is the game released a week ago and we've had no kind of patch information. We've not seen a patch for these like day one issues where people can't get their steering wheels and pedals and that working. I almost wonder if Giants are actually doing the bug fixing for the Formula 1 game. Because again, you go to all the forums and there's lots of people posting that they're having issues and that, you know, they're you know, several £100 steering wheel rigs and pedal sets don't work with the game. They can't detect their own wheels and pedals, so they can't even configure them. I'm kind of in the weird place where my wheel and pedals are detected in the game, but I keep having a bit of a glitch with the pedals where, like, halfway through a race, either the brake pedal or the throttle pedal gets stuck at 50%. The game thinks I'm like half pressing the pedal, so the brake, I'm either driving around with the brakes half on, or I'm driving around with the accelerator half on, and I can only get half acceleration, which means I'm then driving around very slowly. But weirdly, when I tap out of the game and go back to Windows and bring up my wheel and pedal software, it's perfectly fine in the software. The software says, yeah, there's nothing, you know, your wheel and pedal's working fine. You press the pedals and all the bars go up and down on all the little graphs that they're supposed to. And the software says, yeah, there's nothing wrong with your wheel and pedals. Everything's as we expect it to be. But in game, it's like one of them, and it alternates between the two, which is even more, like I say, even more confusing. So literally, whenever I'm playing that game at the minute, I have to, as soon as that glitch triggers, where either the accelerator gets stuck or the brake gets stuck, I have to do a mid-session save, completely exit the game, reload it, and it's fine. It's fixed. For, you know, a few more minutes, you know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. And then eventually it happens again. So, at the moment, I think I've done 2 races I've done 2 races since I got the game last week, because I have to keep saving and exiting, reloading. I get to do a few more laps before the glitch happens again, and then I have to save, exit the game. And obviously, when you're doing 70 lap races on some circuits, it's incredibly long process to keep saving and exiting and reloading the game to fix a glitch. But I guess at the moment I'm just really fed up of glitchy games. I'm fed up of glitchy Magoo games. You know, I just want to play a game that works. You know, at the minute I would just want to play a game where everything works perfectly. Which is one of the reasons why, again, over the last week or two, I've just been playing a lot of Football Manager. I really have. Because it works. It doesn't give me any issues. And it's a very easy game to play, because I literally just have to sit there and occasionally click a mouse button every couple of minutes. There's very little physical input required from me, apart from clicking a mouse button every couple of minutes. Or pressing the space bar if I don't want to click the mouse button, you know. So when I'm in that incredibly lazy mode, like I was in on like last week, it's a perfect game to play because it doesn't take any energy to play. You can just sit there. And like for me, because I've got a good tactic, or I've got good tactics that I've obviously constructed over the game, once they've been plugged in and the teams, it doesn't matter what team I'm playing as, once I've got tactical familiarity and team cohesion up to maximum, then it's just like win, win, win. You never lose. If you've got, you know, your best players available and in the starting 11 or in the match day squad, there's no reason for me to have to tinker or change anything. I can just sit back, watch the highlights, watch the extended highlights, and again, don't really have to do anything. The only time I have to get physically involved is when you reach that part of the season where all your players start getting tired and jaded and they have to go on holidays. And then you have to start playing backup players, and then you find they're not as good. And you have to do some tinkering. So then you might have to do a bit more physical interaction during the matches. You can't just sit back, feet up, watch the match highlights, because you do have to do some tactical tinkering and stuff, but that's how it goes. But yeah, hopefully I'm feeling better this week, and I can get some recordings done like today. Be nice to get 3 episodes of Calmsden recorded this week, and maybe a couple of more episodes of Riverview. Keep that season moving on. And it'd be nice to get back to doing some streaming as well this week at some point, because obviously I've not been on the multiplayer server in over a week, so I'm assuming Mr. Helgi's getting a bit worried about where I am. If he's actually played at all, because I know he generally doesn't play the game single player, so I imagine if I've not been on the server, then and I've not been streaming, he's probably not played at all, because he doesn't play the game by himself. Doesn't do any single player farming, does Mr. Helgi? Right, that's all the grass picked up. Next thing then will be to start mowing field 10 behind me, I think. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video here at the start of February to say this is where we are after winter. This is the kind of situation that we're in. Money wise, we've done well from selling our products and continuing to sell our products. Got 1.6 million in the bank, which hopefully should buy all my grapevines and olive trees in March when I'm able to actually plant them. And then maybe we can have a look at some sheds, equipment sheds and bits like that for that area near the BGA, so that I can get obviously all the stuff I'm going to need to do grape and olive farming. So me harvesters, me mini mulchers, me special sprayers, special subsoiler thingy-jiggies. Also, you may have noticed, but my cultivator kind of destroyed a bit of the grass field over there. The AI worker decided to drive completely off the field with the cultivator still down and ploughed up my my grass field here. So I've lost a little bit of my grass field here on field 8 as a result. But here we go. Field 10. Right, we should have, hopefully. Let's go back this way. do we have field 10 mowing? Yes, we do. So Courseplay can rattle this along quite nicely for me. We'll take a screenshot for the thumbnail. And then we'll delete. First waypoint. Off you go. And this nice lady here will do the grass mowing for me. Hopefully then that'll boost our precision farming a bit. Which would be quite nice. Everything else is quite okay. This guy sat over here. He was doing manure transport. Slurry's a problem. Can't fully unload yet. The BGA is full. But I can carry on. I can do some grass collecting. Get that transported to the... and I can transport that to the BGA. Put it in the fermenter, silage fermenter. Start building up our silage store again. I think we're down to about 180,000 litres in the fermenter at the moment. So we're going to need to start building up our silage stocks again. Having sold a load and also distributed a load to the BGA over the winter. Put the old lock steering axles on. I noticed the wheels were doing some moving. I don't like it when trailers try to assist me when I'm reversing and manoeuvring, because it confuses me that they overcompensate. I'm capable of reversing the trailer. I don't need them assisting, because ultimately they end up overcompensating and oversteering. And that's why I end up getting in quite a muddle sometimes when I'm trying to reverse stuff into sheds and into buildings and into spaces. Because I'm fighting against the trailer, because it's trying to help and I don't need it to. The only time I wish a trailer would help me is when it's got one of those dodgy swivelly axles on the front, because those things are a nightmare. And if those trailers really wanted to help me, they would lock in a position when I'm reversing. They would lock so I can do my reversing, and I only need them to be swivelly when I'm driving forwards, you know. Like I say, there used to be a mod in FS19 that did that fixed that issue. I can't find one for FS22 that actually works and does that. That blocks the swivelly axles. And I certainly can't find one that works with combine headers, because I could really do one that allows me to lock the combine headers so that the swivelly axles on those aren't a thing. Because there's nothing worse than trying to reverse a combine header into a shed when it's swivelling, the front swivels all over the place and flops around. But anyway, we have reached 100% full. I'm going to go and empty. I'm also going to say thank you for watching today's episode, ladies and gents. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a little bit different. There's not, like I say, we're not at the main part of the year yet, which is obviously March. That's when a lot of things are going to happen. So don't be too surprised if when you next come back, we are in March. I'm probably going to carry on playing February now off camera, because it's just going to be a lot of this, basically, me collecting grass, mowing fields and that kind of stuff, which I know some people do enjoy watching, but I feel if you do it for 3 or 4 videos in a row, it tends to get a bit boring. So I'm probably going to do that off camera, and then when we come back for the next video, like I say, it will be March, so we'll have quite a few fields to do seeding on, and we'll have the grapes to put in and the olives, and we can start doing a few more, you know, a bit more of the fun stuff really that everyone likes to watch. So thank you, ladies and gents. I will see you all again very soon, but for now, take care of yourselves, stay safe, cheerio.